Hello everybody and welcome to the Friday practice review. For the first time in 2019 we are back in business, and what a relief it is to be back. It's been 112 days since Abu Dhabi and 14 since the end of pre-season testing. We've swapped sunny Spain for sunny Melbourne. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. We've been here in Australia every year since 1985 when Adelaide was the original host of this Grand Prix, but back in 1996 it moved to Melbourne in Albert Park. But it's the first stop on this 21 round calendar for 2019. Our next race in Bahrain before the 1000th Grand Prix in China in 3 weeks' time. After that, it's Azerbaijan, Spain and Monaco, then off to Canada before France, Austria and the British Grand Prix in July. Then it's Germany and Hungary, the summer break, then it's Belgium, Italy, then Singapore, Russia, Japan, then Mexico, United States, Brazil and concluding in Abu Dhabi on December the 1st. So let's get down to what happened then in the opening session for the 2019 Formula 1 season. Lewis Hamilton led the way. He was just 2/10 quicker compared to Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc, who were in second and third place. 2/10 covering the top three. Fantastic opener to the year and the closest first practice session ever recorded here at Albert Park in Melbourne. Valtteri Bottas touched the grass with the rear right tyre of his Mercedes coming into the braking zone at turn 15, the penultimate corner, and it caused him to lock the front brake because it sort of kicked the car to the right, so he had to stamp on the brakes. That kicked the car to the left and spun him around and didn't really have a choice of stopping it. But to get out of the escape road down at turn 15, he decided to perform a 180-degree spin. To do this, he revved up the car, hit the grass again and came millimetres to hitting the concrete wall, which would have ripped off the back of that Mercedes like it was tin foil. So Valtteri Bottas very lucky that he didn't knock off the rear wing or damage the rear of that Mercedes. In his first official session as a permanent driver, Alexander Albon lost the rear of his Toro Rosso Honda. Unfortunately, he hit the wall in the first corner. He lost the rear of the car first. That spun him around. It knocked him into the wall at the exit of turn 2. And that, in turn, the G-force, like we saw with Bottas last year, spun him around 180 degrees and he knocked off the front wing of the car. Now, the car went into anti-stall, so he stopped in the middle of the circuit. That, of course, brought out the red flags. But Albon managed to restart the car and get it back to the pit lane. So the red flag was only out for a few minutes while the marshals cleared up the debris as well. But the first red flag of the year came and it was Alexander Albon who caused it. But let's see what the times look like after the first practice session. So the first practice session here in Australia got underway, and it was Lewis Hamilton who entered the session fastest at 1:23.599. Sebastian Vettel was second at 1:23.637. Charles Leclerc third at 1:23.673. Max Verstappen fourth on a 1:23.792. Followed by Valtteri Bottas completing the top five at 1:23.866. Kimi Raikkonen sixth at 1:24.816. Danny Kvyat in seventh at 1:24.832. And Pierre Gasly in 8th at 1:24.932. Kevin Magnussen 9th at 1:24.934. And Nico Hülkenberg rounding out the top 10 at 1:25.015. Antonio Giovinazzi 11th at 1:25.166. Followed by Romain Grosjean in 12th at 1:25.224. Alexander Albon is 13th at 1:25.230. Carlos Sainz is 14th at 1:25.285. Lance Stroll 15th at 1:25.288. Followed by Sergio Perez at 16th on a 1:25.498. Daniel Ricciardo 17th at 1:25.634. Followed by Lando Norris in 18th at 1:25.966. Robbie Kubica 19th at 1:27.914. And George Russell in 20th on a 1:28.740. So let's move on to free practice 2 then. It was Lewis Hamilton again who topped the timesheets in practice with Valtteri Bottas, his teammate, in second, just 0.045 separated the two Mercedes. They were extremely fast, so fast that they set their time on the soft compound tyre. They could have actually set their fastest times on the mediums, would have still put them first and second. So that Mercedes has really got some grunt, to which we were mislaid in pre-season testing because Ferrari were quickest. Remember, at the end of the third day, 0.003 of a second was all that separated them. So now Mercedes really come out all guns blazing here in Australia. The two Red Bulls were third and fourth, with Max Verstappen leading ahead of Pierre Gasly, 0.8 off the pace, so 0.8 of a second. That's a huge mileage for Mercedes to get up. But our Ferrari sandbagging is Vettel was fifth and Leclerc was sixth. Leclerc was ninth. We'll keep an eye on that going through the rest of the weekend. So, moving on, Antonio Giovinazzi and Alexander Albon again both did exactly as what Valtteri Bottas did in the first practice session. Bottas locked the rears, if you remember, and both Giovinazzi went off at turn 15 and Albon exactly the same as in the first session, clipping the grass at turn 15 and having to go down the escape route and do a 180 to get back onto the track. That all started, of course, remember, with David Coulthard in 2002 when he locked up under the restart of the safety car and went off, and that led to the great battle with Montoya and Michael Schumacher. But as the session ended, coming out of turn 4, Charles Leclerc, on his debut for Ferrari in an official session, slightly ran wide coming out of that turn 4, which is usually a car park on the track. And that was enough to unsettle the back end of the Ferrari, and it spun him around 180 degrees. Luckily, he didn't hit anything, so the car wasn't damaged ahead of FP3 tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at the times then from the second practice session here in Melbourne. So Lewis Hamilton once again tops the second practice session here in Australia at 122.6. Valtteri Bottas is second at 122.648. Max Verstappen third at 123.4. Pierre Gasly in fourth at 123.442. Sebastian Vettel fifth at 123.473, followed by Kimi Raikkonen in sixth at 123.572. Nico Hülkenberg 7th at 123.574, Daniel Ricciardo 8th at 123.644, Charles Leclerc 9th at 123.754, followed by Romain Grosjean in 10th place at 123.814, followed by Danny Kvyat 11th at 123.933, Kevin Magnussen 12th at 123.988, 13th for Lance Stroll at 124.011, followed by Carlos Sainz 14th at 124.133, Antonio Giovinazzi in 15th at 124.293, Sergio Perez is 16th at 124.401, Alexander Albon 17th at 124.675, Lando Norris 18th at 124.733, George Russell in 19th on a 126.453, and Robert Kubica in 20th on a 126.655. So a lot to look forward to going into free practice 3 tomorrow. We are going to be on air for the Saturday practice review at 5:30 UK time. We'll also be on air on Sunday at 3:30 here on YouTube for the Sunday race preview. And join us for the Grand Review podcast next Wednesday at 8 o'clock here on SoundCloud and as well on YouTube as well. So Hamilton tops Friday running here in Australia. The big question is, are Ferrari sandbagging? We'll find out tomorrow ahead of qualifying. Join us for Free Practice 3's Saturday practice report tomorrow at 3:30. From us all here, bye bye for now.